At a very broad level, from an asset management perspective, all of this is not just about a project or a single team or even design and construction, even though is part of this. The National Institute of Building Sciences has been focusing a lot on how do we help owners ask the right questions, because they have a lot of this knowledge and information just in the wrong format usually. When we started building the healthcare requirement spaces, the reason we were able to use ChatGPT to even ask the database, what do we need for a clinic, is because this particular set of healthcare owner requirements were converted into a format, a machine readable format that's accessible and programmed to BIM. That sounds pretty simple when you just kind of mention it like that, but in terms of having a machine do that, it's pretty interesting, because it's kind of understanding, okay, if you have 5,000 patients and this is what you need, we still had to review it and correct it. And that's the back and forth with ChatGPT that we showed last time. But this is the healthcare requirements of this owner for spaces and for assets. These are a list of asset types that are important for architects and the industry and machines like ChatGPT can understand. Another example of an owner in which we had several sessions ago with the California community colleges was at the state level. The entire state of California has a space inventory because they use the space inventory to track needs. So what is the demand for a new community college or a new classroom, or a new laboratory, or a new clinic? Because they have this in a database, and because that database is accessible, then in our case, with our work with them, we're able to link directly to it and pull the space inventory into other applications, including planning, design, and then off into operations. And what we've seen over and over again is that many owners really struggle with just the basics of keeping track of their inventory of spaces, let alone 5,000 buildings and several 100,000 spaces. But once you have it in a database and it's made accessible, then you can start linking it to graphics, whether they're graphics of a floor plan of a building or graphics of a map, and then being able to start running scenarios and plan with that data. So this was the Build LACCD and LA Community College District that presented with us several sessions ago with the Asset Leadership Network, and for their capital planning and also into facility management.